Photography helps develop creativity, that's a fact. But how can photography be used to improve your mental health, to boost your mood, to help you socialize more, to cope with anxiety and depression? In this video, I'm gonna talk about photography as a good therapeutic instrument to improve mental health. Photography has been my hobby for years now. First, I thought I'd turn it into my new profession and enrolled into a photo school, but after graduating, I realized that I mostly like taking photos when I travel. For years, I used my camera and my phone to take pictures during my trips, showing only a part of them to the world, just because I wasn't bothered. I preferred the process of photo hunting on the streets or in nature. I think the hunting part is what excited me the most in photography. A couple of successful shots and I felt endorphins dancing in my body, and I still do. The moment of revealing it to the world is less important for me, but the moment of catching it, fixating it, is what excites me the most. So first of all, photography as a tool for mental health is about a creative outlet. Engaging in photography allows you to express yourself creatively and, in this sense, to escape from stress and anxiety, offering a way to focus on capturing images and emotions. I talked about mindfulness and slow life in my previous video. Check it out. The link is in the description and above. I can't but mention it in the context of photography. Photography encourages you to be present in the moment and pay attention to your surroundings. This mindfulness can help reduce rumination and excessive worrying about the past or future. Then there is, for me, definitely a connection with nature. Photography often involves spending time outdoors, exploring nature and capturing its beauty. That's what I like the most. Apart from travel photography and street hunting. There's no need to explain that nature has a positive impact on mental well-being and can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Recently, I listened to a lecture of Mandy Seligman, a positive psychologist, photographer, and wife of the father of positive psychology, Martin Seligman. She was talking about her project Seeing Happy, a photo diary project aiming to increase users' level of happiness through photos. The idea of a photo diary is to take pictures of happy moments every day to focus on the positive in life and understand what makes you happy. The mobile phone can be used as a tool of happiness, increasing the number of people you see in the world of beauty and gratitude. So there's no need to own a camera, expensive equipment, you just need a phone with a camera. Beauty, gratitude, connection, happiness, and hope are key elements of the Seeing Happy project, which intersects with the positive psychology model of well-being. One of the exercises to improve social connections is to ask strangers on the street whether you can take their portrait. By the way, this was a bit of a challenge for me this winter in Dahab, but I managed to do it and moved to a new level. It didn't bring me new friends, but I enjoyed it because I could chat with people for a couple of minutes and do something that I'm not used to do. For somebody, it's probably easy to talk to somebody on the street and discuss something, but for me it wasn't. So it was a challenge and I did it. Here are some portraits of those people. Photo hunting on the streets, especially somewhere in Asia when everything is unusual for a European eye, is one of my favorite things. These pictures were taken on the streets of Phnom Penh when I traveled there a few years ago. Through photography, we can share our experiences, emotions, and perspectives without necessarily using words. It can be a powerful tool for self-expression and communication, especially for those who find it challenging to express themselves verbally. And of course, there are photography clubs, workshops, or online communities you can join. Then there's a brain developing side, because photography involves concentration and focus, which can divert attention away from negative thoughts and intrusive worries. So it works like you simply switch from your negative thinking to doing something, be present in the moment, pressing the button and catching the right shot. I actually use this method myself, and even if I don't have a camera nearby, I use my phone, and I probably will never show these pictures to anybody, or I just post them on stories on Instagram as a background for some quotes or something else. But in that particular moment, it serves its goal because it distracts me from negativity in my head. You might be surprised where I'm sitting in the bathroom here. It's all because it's very hot outside, and before I used to work on the terrace, but now it's way too hot and the bathroom has enough space. And another thing, which you can probably connect to any other hobby of yours, but for me it's photography at the moment. So as I progress in my photography skills, I gain a sense of personal growth and development. Setting and achieving photography goals can contribute to increased self-confidence and a sense of purpose. Video making and YouTube video making especially has become my #1 hobby these days, but photography still remains one of my favorite things to do. And it's cool that anybody can use it these days. While photography can be a beneficial tool for improving mental health, it's not a substitute for professional mental health treatment when needed. If you're experiencing severe mental health issues, seek help from a qualified mental health professional. Another healing part in photography for me is reading books about photography, as they're filled with prominent works of the best photographers of the world, and it inspires me a lot. The aesthetical pleasure of looking at it brings me hope and joy if I feel not very well. If you watch this video till the end, then you enjoy photography as much as I do, so feel free to share your opinion on what I filmed here in the comments.